We're going. What's going on, brother?
What up? How's it going?
It's not going too bad, buddy. How about you?
Not bad, not bad.
How was your Thanksgiving weekend?
It was good, man. Lebron won, so probably the best way to spend my Thanksgiving.
Are you jerking off to it the whole time?
Huh?
Are you jerking off to it the whole time?
Pretty much, man. Been jerking off ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, low-key, that Sunday was a great day for sports. And then had the Vikings-Seahawks game.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit on this weekend.
Yeah, not a bad Thanksgiving though for real for that.
Sports wise, you're probably loving that shit. Just sitting at home watching everything.
Oh fuck yeah!
Hell yeah!
So how was your holidays?
It was good, man. Went and I got like 4 sides of the family, so I went and saw 3 of the 4 sides. Was at my mom's side on Saturday, which was chill.
Yeah.
My aunt and cousin are hilarious, so I went and saw them, and then dipped into my pops' place, but he was having like a Friendsgiving, and so like I walked in there at like 10 o'clock, and they're all just mangled. Yeah. And so I walked in, I'm like, I love you. They're like, stay, have shots. I'm like, I'm fucking leaving, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge as quick as I can. And then Sunday went and had Thanksgiving with my stepdad's side of the family.
Now, did you eat at all these places?
Fuck yeah, I ate, bro.
Yeah.
How much turkey I have?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Okay, dude. The one thing about turkey is you gotta have dark meat, because white meat is so dry, it's so poo. It tastes like you're eating. It's like a cracker of meat. It's gross. It's straight up toad. You ever had one of those like wafer crackers that you dip in soup that you get at restaurants?
Yeah,
it's sort of like that, but meat. If meat was a cracker, it'd be that.
I hear what you're saying.
Dark meat though, yep, it's my shit.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I can maybe do like turkey once a year.
You pour cranberry sauce and gravy all over that shit. What's wrong with you, dude? You ever had turkey soup?
I don't think I have. No.
We used to do this like big camping trip every year for Thanksgiving.
Is that when you use like the bones and shit?
Pardon?
That shit fucking.
So you wouldn't use the bones in it, but we'd have like a big turkey roast, right?
Okay.
And then the next day, all the leftover turkey would go into this big stew. It was just fucking bomb.
Oh, I thought there's some way to make a broth or some
You could
shit
do that
with
too?
the bone or something. I don't know, man.
It was this family friend.
Clearly, I don't do the cooking. So.
Yeah, her name was Jenny, and she used to bring, no bullshit, like 3 of like the industrial sized pots, because there'd be like 40 of us up there camping, and they're all coming for this fucking stew.
Nice.
And then the next day, just mouth this shit.
That's the problem. Then you got to eat that shit for days.
Dude, it was so good though, bro. The stew. Oh.
I just had a little bit of ham.
Yeah, you definitely didn't make that yourself.
No, I didn't make that shit. Fuck no.
What can you cook?
And then I gave the rest to the old man.
Attaboy.
I used to cook back in the day when I had to, but like fuck, man, I'm too busy.
Chicken, rice, and tren.
You know, the go-to though. I can, but I do a lot of other shit. So
I've never seen you make a meal. Like, what's your go-to if you had to make a meal right now?
probably like chicken breast and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So like that's I
Just
can
standard
I
shit,
can like
man.
barbecue make
and
chicken.
shit,
Yeah,
know
that's
what
about
I
all I
mean?
got,
Like,
dude.
so.
I can make a mean pasta. Pour some mean cereal too. That shit's bomb. But that's about all I got.
So, what do you want to talk about, bro? You got something you want to chat about or what?
Yeah, you see that Tory Lanez got charged?
Yeah, what's he facing? 22 years?
Dude, he's facing a legit fucking sentence. He's facing 2 felony charges. I got it right here.
Tory Lanez.
One of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, and the other is carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm within a vehicle. Dude, I didn't know his name was Daystar.
Yeah, that's the name of his
That
album.
is probably the I have ever heard in my life.
His album just dropped and named it Daystar.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
I listened to it. It was terrible.
I didn't mind it, actually.
I thought he was like
I
pandering.
thought, like, going every fucking song talking about it was a bit much, I thought, but I didn't mind it, to be honest.
I thought he was just playing bitch card. Like, he was just playing victim the whole time, you know what I mean?
Well, like, yeah, for sure. Like, that's not the way to go about this. Like,
No, not at all.
no one feels sorry for you.
But if he came on and dropped some line about shooting that bitch in the hoof, bro, that'd go so hard.
Apparently, that before he allegedly shot her, he told her, quote, "Dance, bitch."
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, I'm not condoning the shooting, but I am condoning the dancing. Cause
You know how,
I wouldn't
like,
mind watching Meg dance.
Mm-hmm. You know how like horses do that like dance where they like
Yo, stallion for sure.
fuck yeah.
So-
what are those? You ever seen Narnia?
Have I ever seen Narnia?
Yeah,
No,
like The
what's
Lion,
that?
the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's like a TV show, Narnia.
No, man. Miss me
Anyway,
with that shit.
there's like a miss me with that shit, dude. They got like dope creatures and stuff. Aslan, the lion, comes back from the dead, just like Jesus Christ. He's basically Lion Jesus. You ever seen that movie?
Nah, man.
I'm selling you on it right now.
Nah,
There's basically Lion
100%
Jesus, and he comes back and he kills this ice witch. Shit's a banger.
Yeah, one thing I did watch was that Social Dilemma.
Yeah, you're telling me about that.
It was alright, I guess. Whatever.
I really want to watch it. But you were saying that there was some foul shit you thought.
Well, not foul shit, but like I'm just like, these guys created it, profited off it. Now they're like profiting off of them telling you how bad it is. And like I don't know the circumstances. Like did these guys leave on bad terms from wherever they were? Like a lot of these guys have a lot of jobs in the industry, right? So
So like these dudes were in the industry.
yeah, some of them like worked at a lot of major companies.
And then
So I don't know. You just don't know that backstory. So are these guys like coming out of spite because they got fired? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's hard to justify like, yo, I made the Facebook algorithm. That coming out saying, yo, this is shit, and being an advocate for the other side. Like, I've heard though that there's one dude who actually like was legit like it was part of the process of making it, and then like partway through was like, yo, we shouldn't be doing this, and legit tried to like stop and pull out of it. And they're like, get your bitch ass out of my building. Are you kidding me?
that's funny. Speaking of something that should have got stopped here, your favorite TV show. Just sorry, I don't mean to switch gears.
My favorite, dude. I'm talking about goats and Narnia and shit, bro.
Netflix and Cuties. You know how you're telling me you watch that shit all the time?
Cuties, yeah, that's my jam, bro.
Yeah. No, but when it came out, now I haven't watched it, but I was just like, this is super fucked because they're profiting off exploiting.
That's the one with
little
like
kids, right?
10-year-old girls that are like twerking and shit, right?
Yeah, right. I'm like, how you?
I can't watch
how
it.
are you doing that shit, right?
I've heard some people talk about it. I'm like, I can't watch this.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Watch
I
it
would.
either.
I can't even. bring myself to watch it.
And my understanding was they were coming from the side of, we're showing you guys how wrong it is, but it's like, how much fucking money are you making off this shit, man? You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree. Because remember that the documentary to the cat one? What's the cat one? With that dude who like cut off that dude's hand, like had him in a bathtub. Don't fuck with cats. Don't fuck with cats.
Don't fuck with cats.
Okay,
Yeah, that's right.
after I watched that movie, I was like, yo, you shouldn't have made this documentary.
Oh, it was super dope.
Yeah, but like this guy's still alive. He knows he's now famous. He's getting all this attention. You're just getting
Yeah,
this
but
guy
at least
off.
that guy wasn't underage. Wasn't 10 years old.
No, but what I'm saying is you shouldn't bring light to something that's going on. That's just gonna give, you know what I mean? It's giving this guy like a platform. It's giving him fame. Like you're just saying with this Cuties thing, right? There's a lot of shit. What I'm trying to say is, I think there's a lot of shit that Netflix puts out that it's like, man, like you shouldn't be able to make money off of this. There's like a recent one where some dude killed his wife and kids, and then like blamed the wife for it, and people were dragging her name through the mud, and then it turned out he killed the wife and the kids, like two of his little daughters. Like you're making documentaries about this shit.
He was blaming. He said that he didn't do it, or what? What was it?
So he was like cheating on his wife with some mistress girl. I just got the rundown because like when it comes to like stuff with kids, I cry. I legit can't handle. I straight up, dude, I can't handle it.
Yeah, okay.
I can't. I'm straight up a bitch, dude. When it comes to kid stuff, I'm terrible. Yeah, I got like little brothers and sisters, bro. I grew up like raising kids, basically.
Yeah.
Call me a pussy. Fuck you.
Hey, I didn't say nothing, bro.
Beat your ass, dog. Fry, you won't be able to take a swing.
You're just like crying and jerking off watching Cuties. That's what
Yes,
you're
sir.
doing.
That is a real struggle for me. A real torn. You know what I mean?
Just balling and jerking. God damn.
100%, bro.
So they've been indicted by a Texas grand jury for
Wait.
promoting lewd visual material of a child in connection of the release of the controversial French film Cuties.
Oh, so the producers or Netflix?
Netflix.
So, but like,
Indicted by a Texas grand jury.
but like, the company's indicted. The people, like,
Netflix itself, the company, I guess.
but what I'm saying is like, who's actually gonna catch fade for this? They're just gonna get. Fined.
I don't know. They got indicted, so they're saying that they knowingly promoted visual material which depicts lewd exhibition of genitals or pubic area of a clothed or partially clothed child who was younger than 18.
Yeah, it's fucked.
So I don't know.
One thing though, like,
Kind of saw this coming though. Like real talk.
one, I don't think Netflix should have made it. But two, like, why don't you go indict the people who are having these events?
I'm sure that's the next thing coming.
Like, it better.
I'm sure
be.
these guys are looking into now one of these events or whatever this shit happens
It fucking better, bro.
It's going to be a domino effect for sure.
If it just comes out that they just
I think this
Netflix,
is the first, like, probably the easiest thing that they can do right now. Now they got to do investigations.
they're also going to make a fuck ton of money because Netflix is going to settle. So they're just like, oh, here's a quick check, lay an indictment on
they
you.
don't want that shit.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Oh, yeah. But whatever, they got that bank.
Yeah, but...
That's how you beat the court system.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like there's some dude, I forget who it was. I mean, it might have been Mark Cuban. He like parked a Lambo like out front like a historical monument, and like the car got towed and like impounded and stuff, right? And they're like, and he comes outside and he like wasn't mad or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I knew it was gonna be impounded, it'd be a couple $100. I'm like, that's how much it costs to park there. Like Netflix is like, yeah, the suit, that's how much it costs to make
business.
this. Yeah, dude, like it's fucked.
And like the sick thing is like they'll probably pay and they'll take the publicity.
Yeah, for sure they will.
Like, so
realistically, like this whole lawsuit, more people will be like, yo, is it really that bad? Let me watch this. It'll get eyeballs on it for sure.
Yeah, so I'm not watching it.
That's a lie.
It's not for me. No, for real. But yo, obviously a lot of people are. You sick fucks out there watching this shit. Should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Real talk, man.
Yeah.
You know there's some pedos out there just going ham.
Oh,
on
loving
this shit,
for sure.
Fuck.
Did you see that? Fuck, I forgot what it was. We've talked about this a couple times, but it was like it's like it's an online, like, it started online, like on places like Reddit and 4chan, where like people are saying that like, oh, pedophiles basically are victims and they're suffering from something that they didn't want. And so there's a lot of people who like have the desire to bang kids but don't, and they're like trapped in this personal hell because they would never do that, but that's just what they're attracted to naturally. They can't control it.
Okay.
Right? Like you and chicks with mustaches, right? It's not something you can control. It just kind of happens, right?
I'm not ashamed of it, though.
I know. You should. But there's this like movement now to not call, they're saying that the word pedophile is offensive, and that they need to be called, and I forget what the fuck it was. It was like a premature. It was just something weird, and it's just this movement saying that like pedophiles are calling someone a pedophile is insensitive, and it's 2020 and we should move on from that. Like, bro, are you fucking kidding me?
You know what else is insensitive? This fucking little kids.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
You know what I'm saying? You lose all right for this shit when you do this kind of shit.
Fuck, it was just,
you can't speak on nothing.
No,
you know
not
what I'm
a
saying?
chance.
Like, you know,
it's pissing me off because the name was hilarious. I might come to it later, but whatever.
I think all these guys that drive like ice cream trucks in the summer.
Yo, if my boy, okay, pause.
These guys, all of them need to be checked straight up. That's all I'm saying.
But what would real scenario here?
What grown ass man wants to sell ice cream, son?
Exactly. Real ass scenario. What if I came up to you and was like, what if I came up to you and was
like, his dick?
But what if I came up to you and was like, bro, like maybe we were drunk at a party, maybe we were doing rippers, whatever it was, right? We're like talking about business ideas, and I'm like, bro, I got a great idea. I'm gonna buy an ice cream truck. If one of my boys came up and said that to me, that'd be the most sus thing I've ever heard in my life.
Real talk, I'd be like, we can't be friends anymore.
Yeah, straight up, bro.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man. There's one that goes around here, and every time I hear the fucking song, just like,
you ever go get some?
It almost gives you like the shivers. It's like, oh man,
dude, though,
shit ain't right, man.
You remember being a kid though, and the ice cream truck pulls up, and that was the most.
Yo, real talk, I ran after that bitch. Oh,
ever,
straight up,
bro. You're just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I used to run this scam where like I'd run up to the ice cream truck, and I'd be like, yo, can I get like this or whatever, and then he'd open it for me, right? And then I wouldn't have money. I wouldn't have money. Right? He'd open it for me, and then he'd be like, "Can you pay?" I'm like, "Oh, hold on, I gotta get my mom to get me money." And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" Right? And I'd run down to my mom and be like, "He already opened it. I have it. We gotta pay him." My mom would just be like, "You piece of shit, bro." Right? It was good. It worked every time.
Maybe if you sold like some weed with those fucking ice creams or something, now you got a business.
Did you ever like back in the day like fake pawn off? There's just one time, I was thinking of like speaking of selling shit to children. I like sold this one kid at the skate park a bag of oregano, saying that it was weed. That's straight up, dude.
No, that's one thing I never done is
hilarious.
No, I was always upfront when it came to that shit. You're not gonna last long if you do that kind of shit. That's
Yeah, I was also selling to 12-year-olds at the skate park.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But I was always forthright.
You're a better man than I am, Raj.
Fuck, man. I only got my name to stand on. You know what I'm saying?
Not a whole lot else. There's something else I wanted to talk about too that was fucking funny before we get into sports. Okay. We can jump into it. Fuck it, why not? It's a good story. Did you see? So Lakers obviously won the chip. Did you see that, like, during obviously during the celebration, first thing that happens, J.R. Smith whips his shirt off before the game even ends. The man's shirt is off, bro.
Yo, how is he, like, one of the first ones touching the trophy, too?
Oh, dude, he cracks me up.
It's like, bro, you played, like,
so much,
13 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck, he cracks me up. But the other thing that I thought was hilarious happened was J.R. Smith, those dudes, they're all hopping on, like, Instagram Live and shit, right?
Oh, Deion Waiters. Did you see that shit?
No, I didn't see this. Do you see the Dwight Howard shit?
You follow your dream shit?
No. So Dwight Howard is on Instagram Live, right? And he's like screen recording his Instagram Live just because I guess he wants to like record a memory of it or something. I don't know what the thing is. So he's like giving her shit, partying. There's champagne everywhere. And while he's on his Instagram Live, because it's showing his phone, it flips over and it's a text thread between him and his fiance. And this text thread is his fiance just giving it to him, saying,
about not seeing his kid.
Yeah, no, not that. That was something different.
That was a different one. That was okay, shit.
Dude, he's just got like 5 different baby mamas.
He's got a lot. No, yeah, I know.
He's got a lot, dude.
I knew that shit, yeah.
Dude swings around. Both ways, too.
Look how many times that guy's been traded. Probably got a kid in every city.
Oh, I didn't even think about that for sure.
Touching down on every city.
Yeah, for sure he is. But the text thread is his girl, his fiance. Apparently she's a WNBA player, like accusing him of being like, you were with some girls last night. What the fuck? Yada, yada, yada. And he's like, what you talking about? What you talking about? And this is really awesome. On like tens of thousands of people on Instagram Live. So how do you see their
text message?
I have no idea. It's just like
That's fucking...
He was like, he was screen recording. It was weird.
Okay.
And then it just like flipped over to it. Everyone's like, yo, what the fuck's going on? And he's just like, he's not even paying attention, right? And he's just partying and drinking, and this chick's like, "Go have fun tonight." Gives him like a thumbs up sign.
I've seen like LeBron hugs everyone, then hugs Dwight for like 2 seconds and keeps it moving.
He's like, "Yeah, quick side."
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, congratulations. See you later, bro." Yeah. But okay, yeah. Let's back it up for a second though. So the game previous, Danny Green had the shot, right? Bricks it.
Dude,
yeah.
We've talked about this.
Jokes, right?
So incredibly trash and so overpaid, bro.
So
wild.
He came forward to say him and his fiance received death threats, right?
Yeah, which is foul.
And like, well, I ain't gonna lie, I had a couple going myself here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, bro. Super joke, no. Right?
I think it's foul that his fiance got him. If he gets him, 100% understandable.
No, sure. Yo, that's just how.
Buddy, I'd be hucking bricks through his front window.
That's just how the internet works. You know what I mean? You're never going to win.
Bro. That's foul.
Now, in his defense, he did finish the playoffs with the highest net rating among Lakers and highest net rating in the finals. So, you know, I don't want to completely trash him. I'll throw that in there, right? Before I continue.
Oh, I'm completely trashing him.
Before I continue.
Fucking terrible, bro.
I was texting my buddy, and I'm like, he should be fined $25,000 every shot he takes. Real talk. Dude, I was getting choked on this guy, bro.
Every single time he had the ball, I was like, please don't shoot. Please don't shoot.
Mark Jackson came. He's like, he's embarrassed for Laker fans who sent Danny Green and his fiance death threats over the missed shot, saying, we're better than that as a people. It's just basketball. And then Jeff Van Gundy replies, I'm not sure we're better than that. And it's totally true.
It's so accurate.
We ain't better than that.
Not at all, dude. We're pieces of shit.
So,
especially Laker fans, dude. They're terrible.
Lakers come out game 6 and whoop that ass.
Yeah, I gotta apologize for a little bit.
For what?
Last podcast, I was not hating, but kind of hating, saying that like, LeBron's not really playing up to snuff. This was like after game 3 or game 4 when we recorded. And I was like, AD could steal the Finals MVP. And LeBron came out game 5 with a fucking unreal game.
Yeah, he had the 40-point. Right?
Yeah, dude. Game 6 was all over the court, facilitating everybody too. Man, like he put on a show.
He's the straw that stirs the drink. You know what I'm saying? He had 28, 14, and 10. Lakers won 106-93. Yeah, like I said, they put their foot on the neck right from the get-go.
Yep.
I can't say more about Rajon Rondo, how he played. Unbelievable.
Dude, he's so sick. I know he hates the name Playoff Rondo, but it's totally.
He actually accepted it today. I seen he was on First Take.
Okay, I missed that.
And Max Kellerman's like, Playoff Rondo. He's like, you okay with that nickname now?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm totally okay. He's just like, yo, you just take it up another level. That's all that means. Like, I guess he didn't like the nickname.
Yeah, I saw a post.
But it's real. It's true. Ever since back
100%.
to his Boston days, like, he always takes his game to another level.
I saw a sick clip or an interview he did. I don't know if it was First Take, where he was basically saying, he's like, my goal when I come into the game is to mentally dominate my opponent. He's like, the game for me is 90% mental. He's like, the physical part's easy. Obviously, I'm not the most gifted shooter, but I can outwork people with my mind. He's like, I'm 2 steps ahead of everybody on that court of all time.
It's like basketball IQ counts.
100%. And then he said, he's like, I knew that if I got with someone like LeBron, who's the same as me, there's no way that a team is beating us 4 times before we beat them 4 times.
He's got a player option, if I'm not mistaken. And, like, yo, there's going to be teams that are going to call him and throw a bag his way. So it's not a guarantee he's coming back.
He should come back, though, man. Realistically, okay, like...
Yeah, for sure.
If you want to... Okay.
But, like...
If you're Genie
he's
Bus,
up there in age, depending on the money.
for sure he is.
I wouldn't be mad at him for taking it.
No. If you're Genie Bus, though, and you're like, okay, I want to run it back next year, which you obviously do, what pieces do you have to have? Or what pieces would you, like...
I heard already that Gallinari might be an option. He's already said that he doesn't care about money, only wants rings. They could offer him the mid-level exception, which I think they have more than any other team for some reason. I don't know why, but so that his name's already getting. And if his name is already out there and that happens alone, that's ridiculous because he can shoot the lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Lakers, I seen they're the tallest team since 2003 on average to win a championship.
Yeah, they're really big.
In the era of small ball.
They're really big, dude.
You know,
but it shows they dominated people.
So it's crazy.
Man. They dominated people. I think for me, obviously LeBron, AD. I think Rondo was so key in their playoff push, man. Another player that I give props to because we shat on him pretty much all regular season was KCP.
Oh, he played really, like I said before, he's playing the best I ever seen him play.
He stepped up, he rose to the occasion, and he played out of his mind.
But I think, like, honestly, that's the LeBron factor. Everyone games gets ratcheted up a notch. Like,
yep,
he makes everyone just play better.
Yep.
Okay, speaking of players, I bash Kyle Kuzma.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this guy's not a number 3, can't be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
He played decent.
I think you could
still
swap
he
him
played
out with just about anybody, though.
You know, I'll give him his credit. He was kind of doing some dumb shit in Denver, him and Michael Porter going back and forth, but whatever. Like, I'll give him, like, I bash him, I'll give him credit. Like, you know, Anthony Davis, his defense in that last game was so fucking good. I haven't seen something like that in a long time. No Miami guy wanted him in the lane.
Nope.
He's the 8th player to join basketball's Triple Crown Club. Wow. So that's the NCAA championship, NBA championship, and Olympic gold.
That's pretty wild.
So, yeah, some exclusive company for sure. I think Jordan was the last to do that.
Speaking of Jordan, obviously, like, the big question that I'm seeing, like, everywhere is, okay, does this, like, talking about LeBron and the Jordan debate, where does this, like, does this bump LeBron? Like, obviously, I saw Shannon, like, brought a goat onto, like, a straight up goat in a LeBron jersey.
So dope.
There's a lot of people now saying that this, like, leapfrogs LeBron over Jordan. I don't think we've ever, like...
You know how I feel. I already told you LeBron's better, in my opinion, than Jordan before he won this.
I think...
And it's not done. Like,
not at all.
Lakers have a real... So people are going to want to come play on the Lakers and they'll take less money.
Justify how LeBron's better than Jordan to me. Because I agree with you. I just want to hear what your reasoning is compared to my reasoning.
So, we said before, excuse me, LeBron, this is his 5th coach, taken to the final, 3rd team, 4 finals MVP on 3 different teams, never been done.
Yep.
So, so this is the third time out of 4 title runs he's beaten at least 5 players who made the All-NBA team that season. Jordan only did that one time.
Mm-hmm.
He basically owns all the playoff records now.
Yep.
And people are like, oh, well, he's played longer. Being healthy is a skill now.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you can't blame him for taking care of his body.
Nope.
You know, he spends whatever, $1 million plus, he says. And it shows. Like, the guy's a fucking beast.
Yeah, man, he's 35.
He was an underdog coming into before this final. He was an underdog 7 out of the 9 finals he participated in.
Mm-hmm. And to me, like 3 of those finals, he had no business even getting to with that team.
No, fuck no. The early Cleveland teams, like, yo, you had Ilgauskas, you had Drew Gooden, Booby Gibson. Like,
it was wild.
You know,
it was wild.
Yeah, no business. Okay, like, you want to talk 2007 against the Spurs. You had them in their prime against a 22-year-old LeBron.
Yep.
Now, the one, okay, and I will say this, the one unforgivable thing
The Mavericks.
is the Mavs loss.
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge stain on his record.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And there you can't, like, there's no defense of it. So you also lost to the Warriors 3 times, which, you know, you had the 73-win team, and then you had KD the next year joining them.
Man, you had
arguably
arguably 2 of the best shooters of all time, and then KD, who is, in my opinion, the best scorer in the league.
So I'm, you know, like, I don't hold that really. Yeah, you lost, but that team is really fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
We're talking that 2017 team is probably the best team ever in NBA history.
Yeah, and 2 of the times you had no one apart from yourself.
So
Kyrie and Kalo were out, and the time that you had them, you won.
2015 that was. Yeah, they got hurt.
Yep. Or 2 of the 3 times you didn't have your other.
So, and I think also
guys.
too, he's never lost in the first round. Jordan, I think, lost 3 times. Jordan was not successful until Scottie Pippen got there.
Yep.
LeBron is the successful one. He goes everywhere and makes everyone successful. The Lakers didn't make the playoffs last year. The Lakers, before LeBron got there, weren't good. Magic Johnson, Rob Pelinka were like going at each other's throats. I remember this. It was like...
It was a shit show.
It was a shit show. Ownership was a shit show.
It was Jeannie Buss and her brother fighting over power. And I think the biggest indication of that is, like, look at how far the Bulls got after Jordan left. They made the conference finals. Or second round. I forget. Because Kukoc hit that shot in the second round, I think.
I can't remember. But yeah, anyways.
Either way, like second or third round. LeBron, look at what happened. Like, the Cavs went from finals to worst team in the league. And subtracted 1 player. The Lakers last year missed the playoffs because LeBron got injured. Next year, they're in the finals. Like, there's no person who has a bigger impact on joining a team in history than LeBron. And, like, for me, what kind of does it is, like, if you look at the raw stats, LeBron's got Jordan on everything. Points, assists, rebound, like, everything he has Jordan on.
And LeBron's not a scorer.
No. And the counter-argument to that is, okay, but Jordan's got 6 chips, better record in the final, yada, yada, because arguably, and truthfully, in my opinion, I agree with this, that chips, like, at the end of the day, raw stats don't matter if you're not winning chips. Chips matter.
But if we're going there, then Bill Russell kills Jordan. Jordan's not in the conversation.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Is like that's.
But no one wants to go there. How come no one fucking says that? We're talking if that's the fucking argument.
And that's the thing. Is like when you look at like, okay, move that argument aside. LeBron has him beat on everything. Absolutely everything.
Since that 2011 failure, 8 finals, 4 chips, 4 finals MVPs, averaging 29, 9 and 7 on 56 or 59% true shooting in 168 playoff games with 3 different franchises. Mm-hmm. Postseason alone has included more games than almost 2/3 of all NBA players' entire careers. That's from 1946 to 2020.
That's wild. And you were saying that like the amount of games he's played in the playoffs equates to 3 NBA seasons.
Over 3.2 or something.
That's
it is now.
Fucking wild. Let me say that again.
20. It's like
if you add up,
fuck, I can't remember.
If you add up all of the games LeBron's played in the playoffs, it is equal to the number of games played in 3.1 or 3.2 seasons, regular seasons. Like this
Crazy.
guy, it's absolutely insane. It's unprecedented. In my opinion, he's the most skilled player ever because he can do anything, comes to every team, makes everybody on that team better. Like I said, for me, 3 of the finals losses that he has on his record, I scratch because he had no business being there. And I don't think anybody other in the world apart from him could have gotten those teams to the finals.
Yeah, they wouldn't even have been there. They had no business being there.
And so that takes his record, because right now he's 4-10 in finals or 4-9? No, sorry, he's 4-6.
Yeah,
4-6 in the finals. And so that takes his record down to 4-3 if I scratch 3 of them.
Yeah, 4-6 is it.
So to me, he's 4-3, and I know at the end of the day he lost in the 3 finals. Yes, he did. But like I said, without him being there, those teams never would have even made the playoffs.
Being to this many finals in this era is a fucking accomplishment. You're never gonna see this shit ever again in our lives.
Nope.
And maybe never in history. Like, you know, give this man his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Only 7 times has a player put up a postseason with 500 points, 150 rebounds, 150 assists. Larry Bird did it once, and LeBron James did it the other 6 times. You know what I'm saying? And like, I've heard it also been talked to like this, or Jordan may have the better peak, but LeBron hands down had the better career.
Oh, consistency for sure.
So, and it's like whatever. It's a cool debate to have, and it's like, you know, if you say Jordan, whatever, you're not wrong. Like, you have a lot of
an argument.
Points, you know what I mean? To me, I think overall, LeBron's the guy. And here's a fucked up thing too. I realized after the Lakers won.
What?
They play with Antetokounmpo's brother, so he won a chip before Giannis.
There was
what, you know what I'm saying?
JaVale McGee was he was on his Instagram live and he was saying, he's like, they call him the Greek freak. This is the real Greek freak. He got a ring first, Giannis. He's going off in the locker room.
That's fucked up, man.
It's hilarious.
So yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I was super happy.
What now that the season's over, we're not gonna have basketball for a little bit. Even though it was coming back Christmas, right? Christmas is starting back up again?
No, they're changing it now.
What, is it earlier or later?
It's later. They're saying, as of today, according to Athletic, January 18th.
Okay. But basically New Year. Do you have any, like, obviously the Lakers are the best team in the league, but do you have any, like, kind of other takeaways from this season?
Yeah, I want to know if Paul George gets traded.
Yeah, I could see that. Did you hear that he gave like a locker room speach after?
Yeah, they're all rolling their eyes.
And they're rolling their eyes.
Yeah.
And apparently there's
like, yo, he's like, yeah, we'll come back next year. Like, he's giving this rah-rah speech, and like, he didn't even hold up his end of the bargain this year in the playoffs.
No, man.
Like, shut the hell up, man.
And when you have guys like Lou Williams, who like he's looking at like Paul George, like, dude, I'm better than you.
Lou Williams sucked in the playoffs. So.
He did,
and like, that's a knock on him. Every playoffs, guy doesn't play good.
But Paul George has the same knock.
I'll take Paul George over Lou Will any day of the week. He brings it on both ends of the floor. But they have a lot of questions to answer. And here's the problem with Kawhi, like, not being the outspoken leader. When it's not Paul George, because no one takes Paul George serious, it has to be Doc. So now who's it going to be? Now that Doc's gone.
Yeah, that team's a bit of a mess all of a sudden.
It's not going to be like when Kawhi went to Toronto, Lowry was the guy.
Yeah.
Lowry is the leader.
Yeah.
Kawhi didn't have to say anything because Lowry is the guy, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
In the Clippers, he has to be a vocal leader.
I wonder if
he's just not, but if you're not going to have a guy there, there's problem number 1 right now. And they got some more issues, I think, too. Like, yeah, they got some problems, man.
You know who I think would be absolutely nasty on the Clippers? It's Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul would be so good on that team. I think he provides leadership. I think he centers everybody. He doesn't deal with bullshit. all these wieners. He got Lou Williams going to see strippers and getting hot wings in the bubbles. Like, he would not put up with any of that shit.
I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening, but I think someone like that would be so good for that team.
Yeah, they need. I don't know what they're gonna do, but
the other thing I was thinking about on the way over here was that obviously now Miami is like, okay, like Miami has room for a Supermax contract. They pretty much can sign anyone they want, and they've now like established themselves like, yo, Miami is the place to be, and everyone's talking about Giannis coming to Miami. I don't think like Giannis is obviously unreal, but you know how Jimmy Butler broke Karl Anthony Towns, like just mentally just broke him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would do the same to Giannis. I've seen Giannis the last 3 years crumble in the playoffs. They're up 2-0 to Toronto, crumbled, lost 4 in a row.
I don't think so. I see Jimmy, like, especially this playoffs, being the ultimate teammate, and that was the huge knock on him coming in. And the guy couldn't have been a better teammate, I think, in this whole bubble. So,
but he demands that you play your heart out. He demands that you
for sure.
He demands that you put in as much effort as he does. Kind of like how Jordan did it. Do you want to go get your water?
Yeah. I think Giannis is staying put, though. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. And we are back. There we go. I think
here's a problem too. Who the fuck's gonna go to Milwaukee? No free agent wants to go to Milwaukee.
No, I know that, and that's why I think.
And like, yo, you're not even good enough to make someone go there. Like, LeBron was good enough to make people go to Cleveland.
Yeah, but
Giannis, you ain't good enough.
That's why I think Giannis is gone, man.
Uh-oh.
But like I said, I think Jimmy Butler.
I think he's already said that he's gonna stay.
You were telling me that? I don't believe it. I think he's gone. I think he has no faith in the front office to get players, and the people around him have proven that he's not good enough. And I think he thinks that he's hard and that he has the mindset of guys like LeBron, like Jordan, like Jimmy Butler. But in my opinion, I think he's soft, man. And I think if he got in that locker room with Jimmy, I think
here's
Jimmy
the thing:
would
if he comes to Miami, he doesn't have to be the number one. Butler's the number one. He's a better number two than he is a number one. Butler's the lead on that team, not Giannis. Milwaukee, Giannis is the lead dog.
Do you think Giannis would be?
I think it'd just work out better that way. That Giannis isn't the lead guy.
Maybe, yeah.
But I honestly think he's not going anywhere. And I think that's going to be a big mistake, too.
Hmm.
Like, he has no relationships with these guys. Like, all these guys are friends before they come in the league from AAU. He didn't do none of that. He's got no relationship with any of these NBA players like a lot of these guys do growing up together, basically.
What was he dealing on the streets in Greece? Not weed, but he was like selling like touristy shit.
I don't know.
You know those like clackers? Like random toys in Europe and shit?
Like Mexican borders, you have kids selling you those bracelets and shit.
He was one of those kids.
Yeah. So like he doesn't have any of those relationships with these guys like all these other guys play with each other. So I think he's like a loyal guy, being not from North American culture. I think loyalty means something to him. But like I said, I think that's going to be a downfall. Like, no one wants to go to Milwaukee, son.
Get out of there.
Lakers, apparently, I was saying or reading too that they can make moves for a max contract too after next year. I believe it was.
Well, AD didn't sign his extension, right? So he's gone. He's unrestricted, not this year, next year.
He's gonna stay. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's how they have the space, right? It's because AD's not signed, and so they'll just re-sign AD with that cap room. That's all that is.
No. With AD, they can do
with
a max
AD
deal.
and Braun, they can do a max deal.
That was the article I was reading. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's like, don't count him out. I don't know. See what happens. I didn't see it like. I didn't see it maybe being good in the years coming, but it sounds like it's going to be better for the Lakers than I thought it could be.
Yeah, I thought they were like, I had no idea they had much cap room.
Like all these guys that they have signed right now, the KCPs, Rondos, they're all like 1 year deal guys.
Yeah, and like and
they did that on purpose so they can shed
did.
all the contracts, only have LeBron on to see what happens.
Yeah, and then like talking about what I was saying earlier, like in terms of pieces you need to run it back, the only two pieces you really need are Braun and AD.
Clearly.
Clearly, like obviously having someone like Rondo's nice because of the way he performed, but realistically he's replaceable.
I was like reading this
Everybody on the
article
team's replaceable.
how Davis was calling out LeBron in team meetings for like defensive assignments and shit, and like I bet you no one's ever fucking called out LeBron, and LeBron's like, yo, that made me a better defensive player.
Fuck yeah.
And like you're talking AD could have won defensive player of the year this year.
Very well
should have shot.
He
always has every year has a shot. So like I guess he's proved it always on that end of the floor. So if you're LeBron, I guess maybe you listen to him a bit more. But it totally worked out. Who was it? Somebody broke down their videos. I can't remember who it was. Their defensive videos. It was just, it's crazy to see how good defensively that team was. Mm-hmm. And like that was the whole thing of bringing Vogel in was he's good on defense. Offense is going to take care of itself. And it totally worked. Like I when Vogel got fucking hired, I was like,
you're a big critic.
He'll be fired and Jason Kidd's going to be coaching his team by Christmas.
Yeah,
I remember me saying that.
Yeah.
He'll be fired by Christmas. And fuck, was I wrong?
Yeah, no shit.
But like, yeah, I thought Jason Kidd would be coaching by Christmas and it would be on from there. But yeah, so kudos to him too, man.
Yeah, you can't. There's nothing really you can point at that he did wrong over the course of this run either.
No,
there's nothing.
No, he did a great job. Yeah, so I don't know. I was super happy with it. It was becoming a bit much though with all the other sports on at once. I kind of don't mind them separated now that I've. You know what I'm saying?
Really get to dive deep on like one sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost too much. Like that Sunday there, you had everything going on: baseball playoffs, fucking basketball playoffs, and football. It was crazy.
Yeah, you're like the fucking. You ever seen Batman, like the Dark Knight?
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know this like the scene where he's got like 100 different TV screens. It's all hooked up to all the different. Yeah, that's fucking
me
you,
right
bro.
there, son.
In your
Yeah.
Death Star, man.
No lie.
Do you want to jump over to football?
Yeah, one last thing too about the basketball.
Yeah, shoot.
Football, the Vikings game drew double the ratings than the basketball game.
Yeah, wild.
You know,
that's the lowest percentage
king.
watch.
Football's king, man.
The lowest ratings ever for an NBA Finals.
Is that right?
Or like in the last like 20 years or something.
I think they did a fucking fantastic job. They pulled that shit off fucking phenomenally.
Yep. The one thing I thought was kind of corny though, not corny, but like it was just like was after they won, everyone's like, "Yeah, we did it," and there's just no one there.
One thing I loved was
it was like
when as soon as they won, the whole city started chanting Kobe's name. That was fucking dope. Just hearing it from the streets, people were recording it. That was fucking cool.
Yeah, but then they went and rioted and started burning down.
Well, that's what they do every time they win a championship.
So dumb, bro.
You ever see the Canucks when they didn't even win?
I'm very aware.
You know what I'm saying? That was gonna happen regardless. You win, the city's. That's just what happens.
So stupid though.
So yeah, no, can't wait till next year.
Early pick for next year.
Yo, I just seen. Warriors are 14-1. That's the team I'd put $100 on right now.
That's good odds.
Crazy, 14-1. I think that's fucking.
Cause you can get another piece with that second pick.
Yeah, they're trading it, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can get another piece with that second pick.
I would put money on the Warriors right now just because of those odds.
Yeah, but I mean, like when I say get another piece, I mean you trade that second pick with Wiggins, and you've got like a good player coming your way.
I think they're actually going to hold on to Wiggins.
Interesting.
And like, I have all the faith in Steve Kerr making him the best Wiggins we've ever seen. So, but yeah, from all intents and purposes, they're going to keep him, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
But that pick is definitely gone.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I was thinking about putting money on him. Why not?
That's not a bad idea. I lost $30 today on a bet.
Who? On
the bet on the Bills Tennessee game. I not money line. I bet on first player to score a TD.
Okay. Who did you have?
So I bet on 3 players because the odds were so ridiculous. So Derrick Henry was like plus 600 to score for first TD. So like if I bet $10, I'd win 70 because you win your $10 back plus 60. And then Josh Allen was plus 800. Then Stephon Diggs was plus 800. I'm like, bro, I could put $10 on each of these guys, and if any of them hit,
it was AJ Brown, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then if any of them hit, I'm making money. I didn't even realize that AJ Brown was back, bro.
Yeah, he's back tonight.
I was so chapped.
Yeah. Yo, Josh Allen looked like Josh Allen from last year.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
I'm gonna give him the pass on the first pick. Wasn't his fault. It really
right
bounced
off the hands, for sure.
right off Buddy's hands. But the Buffalo team, like me and you have preached like how good this team is coaching wise. They were a fucking mess.
They were. So many penalties.
It was ridiculous, dude. There was 3 false starts on one of their drives. They had 3 false starts.
For Tennessee to play this good and to not practice in 2 weeks because of the COVID bullshit, like, I thought for sure Buffalo was going to, win pretty good, I thought.
No bullshit. I think Tennessee is probably the most underrated team in the league right now.
Well, they're what they did last year, they knocked off the Ravens and the Patriots last year in the playoffs. 4-0 this year.
Yeah, dude, they're looking really, really good.
Tannehill, since he got traded, I think he finished the best QBR last year. Mm-hmm. He has, I think, the most touchdown passes. He's like top 3 in every category since coming over.
He's really good, man.
So, yeah, no, they've done a great job. They're clowning. They got clowning on defense. Their defense is pretty good. Their run defense sucks, though. I think they're at the bottom of the league.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, they did a good job today. Tannehill was pretty pedestrian. Then he got those touchdowns late. But
Tannehill does exactly what he's supposed to do. Like, for me, he reminds me a lot of Kirk Cousins, but with better decision making in the clutch.
But he had 3 touchdowns and he ran for another today.
Yeah, like Ryan Tannehill's the guy who he manages the game, but late in the game, like, because Tennessee's run game, game plan is just we're gonna pound you with Derrick Henry, and their second back is actually really shifty and good too.
Yeah.
So they have a really good 1-2 punch running game, and obviously their O-line's nasty, and so the play action for Ryan Tannehill is so effective, and he's a good enough quarterback to when someone's open, he will hit that throw every single time.
Oh, when you got a run game like that, play action is just fucking money in the bank.
He's not gonna make mistakes even in the clutch. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to rely on him to win the game like Russell Wilson, but if the throw is there, he will make it and he will hit that throw. So, like,
poor showing by the Bills for sure. They're going to come out. They got a huge game against Kansas City next week, so it's going to be fucking dope.
I think they lose that game. I think KC is going to be so pissed about the Raiders loss. I think they're going to blow them out of the water.
I think the coaching staff will have Buffalo playing way better, and KC's defense is nothing to be worried about. So I think it's going to be a really good game. I think Buffalo squeaks one out.
I'll put $10 on it.
For how much?
I'll put $10 on it?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'll do it right now.
Actually, there's a couple of good games next week, too.
Dude, there's a bunch. There's a bunch of really good games.
I can't remember. The Packers game. Who are they playing?
I have no clue. 1 second.
That Chiefs fucking Bills is on at 2 in the afternoon, though. Which is fucking retarded.
Oh, dude, I think I owe you $20.
For what?
We have a $20 bet where I said Ghislaine Maxwell gets Epsteined, and she's still alive. So I think I owe you $20. We also have a bet where I said Mike Tyson is going to win the fight, but that fight never happened. And we also have a $20 bet where I said Khabib wins against Justin.
Oh, yo, that's next weekend.
Dude, I'm so fired up. I'm so fired up.
Oh, I had that boxing fight wrong. It's this weekend. So stoked.
Which one?
Lomachenko Lopez.
Yeah. That'll be a sick fight.
Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it's gonna be a dope game.
Yeah, I think this.
Oh, Packers Bucks, bro. That's a
sick game. I think to me, like, people are really high on the Steelers. I'm not at all. I think they
played shitty teams.
Dude, the teams are like 0-15 and 3.
I like them a lot.
I think for me this was a huge game. I think this is their we're legit or we're not legit game. If I got to give a quick shout out though, because there's that Chase Claypool kid from BC.
Yeah, we talked about him before from Oxford. Yeah,
and then he balled the fuck out.
4 total touchdowns.
Dude,
though?
The kid's nasty.
Yo, they had Darius Slay on him. I was watching the game, and
Darius Slay's one of the best corners in the league.
Top 3, I would say, top 5 for sure. Yo, this guy's manhandling people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mapletron is.
Is that what they're calling him? Mapletron?
Yeah, Mapletron.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
and
so wicked.
It's so true, bro.
That's
like,
so wicked.
It's fucking ridiculous what this guy's doing. So, 4 touchdowns. Steelers beat the Eagles 38-29. So he finished with 7 receptions, 110 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he balled the fuck out, dude.
Now, I seen the stat. He's the first Canadian-born NFL player with 3 receiving touchdowns in a game since Joe Rooney did it for the Duluth Eskimos. Who the fuck is that, son?
Who's Joe Rooney?
1927.
The Duluth Eskimos.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. So yeah, I couldn't be more happy for this guy. Yo, he had like 42 fucking fantasy points.
It was wild.
Crazy.
And nobody's starting Chase Claypool either. So people.
Oh, how many people ran that game and went and picked them up?
For sure,
fuck yeah,
bro.
Pretty nutty. He averaging 39 yards per touchdown catch, highest in the NFL.
Yeah, it's wild.
And,
so shout out to him because he's
Roethlisberger
killing the game.
On third down was 13 for 13 for $160 and 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And also, Philly had this guy Travis Fulgham. Do you know who that is?
No.
Some journeyman who lit it up, and I look back on him.
What position?
He's had tight end. He finished with 10 catches, 152 yards, and a touchdown.
Jesus Christ!
Caught the game winner last week. He was on the Lions, got waived. Packers got waived.
Yo, isn't Zach Ertz on the Eagles? That's their
I guess they're both hurt, Goddard and Ertz.
Oh, so this guy's just balling out.
Yeah, they have no receivers. So yeah, good story. Just like kind of like Claypool, kind of.
That's dope.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that game was pretty entertaining though. And Steelers again, like they haven't used their first round draft pick on a receiver in the last decade, and they've come away with Antonio Brown, Emmanuel Sanders, Juju Smith, Schuster, Chase Claypool, Martavius Bryant, Deontay Johnson, and James Washington.
That's a pretty shitty record.
And not one first round draft pick on those guys. Yeah, like, unbelievable.
They're
dude.
Clearly bad at drafting.
Yeah, like player development, unreal, man.
Yep.
Like I think Steelers have had only 4 coaches in 50 years or something.
Really?
Like that's what the fuck.
I know
you
Tomlin's
want,
been
man.
around for like 15 years. Or
yeah,
something
Chuck
stupid.
Noll there for fucking ever. When I was alive, this is the only coach I seen there, bro.
Yeah.
But I think it's something like that. Like
yeah.
And then you look at teams. We're talking about Cleveland. This is like their 4th or 5th coach in how many years? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it looks like they got the right coach though. Finally.
Yeah. I guess you could say an upset. They beat the Colts. It was a fucking hard second half to watch. I ain't gonna lie.
I only watched the first half.
Baker lit it up in the first half.
You looked really good.
28 yards, 2 touchdowns, completing 68% of his passes. And then he fucking just stunk it up in the second half, as did Phillip Rivers.
Dude,
it was fucking tough.
Phillip Rivers is, I think a lot of people are calling for Teddy Bridgewater to be played.
Or Jacoby
Brissett, sorry.
Yeah, and who's the coach there? Frank Reich? Yeah.
That sounds right.
He's came out and said Rivers is the guy. And I'm like surprised because that O-line is so good. But like the pick on the flat there that he threw was just fucking bad.
And like their defense got him back in a position to win the game, and he just botched
Top notch defense. And then here's the thing: you don't even have to be that good.
No.
Like him and Ty don't have any chemistry.
Yeah, what happened to Ty? I guess luck leaving happened to Ty.
I don't know. Like I thought that he was gonna be good enough to have. Then they were gonna be good this year because of everybody else.
Yeah. Well,
like, he didn't have to be. Phillip Rivers didn't have to be Phillip Rivers from 10 years ago. He just had to be a good game manager. And he's just making too many dumb plays. And that's what he did his last year on the Chargers. And see, this is going to be his last year.
Yeah, I think so too. And then like moving to the opposite side, I think that first half with Baker Mayfield, that's exactly what you want him to do is like be a game manager. You have your moments on play action when it's really easy because Baker Mayfield is like an above average QB in my opinion, but when you put the expectation like Baker, you have to win us games, he's clearly not that good. He's not a Russell Wilson. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He can't do that. But if you put him in a position where he makes quick throws, you run game with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and then you get him to pick apart defenses on play action, he's good enough to do that really, really fucking well. Like he can pick people apart on play action late in the game.
He can, yeah, and that's the testament to the Browns' rushing attack for sure.
Yep.
He needs to play a lot better, though.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I missed the second half.
His
so I just saw him
PFF grade so far is a 66. The second half was fucking brutal, man, by him.
It was that bad?
Yeah, oh yeah. I think he had, I can't even remember, maybe like 40 yards passing or something.
Jesus. Hell yeah.
But the thing is, here's the flip side, though. If they can get him to play a fucking little bit better, man, this team will really, they have the talent.
Oh, dude, they're like a,
you know what I mean?
Outside looking in Super Bowl contender.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm saying they're not there yet, but they get them to play at a higher level. Right now, they're outside looking in because
Miles Garrett is on another fucking level.
Yeah, dude.
That guy is unbelievable.
There's another player on their D line that's really, really good.
Off of Garrett, they have 8 turnovers off of pressures just from him, and it's only week 5.
That's wild.
So, yeah, I don't know. Just keep handing the ball off. You can't go wrong on doing that. And now, it's all the more impressive that they did it against the best run defense, Indianapolis, and they're doing it without Nick Chubb. So,
yeah. Well, Kareem Hunt was like, people forget, but
he's in for it though against that Pittsburgh D line. Baker's in for a whole lot of hurting.
We'll see what happens.
I think it's going to be a big win for Pittsburgh.
Do you want to talk about Dak?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I feel so bad for the guy because
no lie, so did I.
Because we rag on him here, like just as a player, but as a person, Dak
he's fucking awesome.
Dak is a fucking amazing person.
He is.
So we rag on him because it's the Cowboys and it's fun to rag, but as a person, he's a really, really good guy.
For sure.
And we've said that before too, but just to make that clear, like this sucks for him. This sucks so much. And especially everything like with his brother committing suicide in the offseason, his mom dying the other year, like he said no to a big contract, said I'm a bet on myself, and then this happens, like it's brutal. Yeah. It's so brutal, man.
One thing that fucking really got me was so during the game.
Yeah. You're a piece of
obviously,
shit.
No, like you can see his foot fucking sideways, right?
Tony Romo.
And then no. And then like how they do the the bitch comes on later and she's like, what's her name? Tracy, whatever. She's like, oh hey guys, just want to update ya. It is an ankle injury for Dak. It's like, no shit, bitch. His fucking toe was pointing sideways. We know it's a fucking ankle.
Clearly, Tony Romo did. Because you hear what Tony Romo said?
What did you say?
Dak went down. He's like, you just got to hope it's cramp.
Oh, I don't even remember saying that.
What is sideways?
And then Jason Garrett coming out there, too. Oh. Him being there. It was just, like, fucked up. And, like, seeing him crying like that, biting that towel with his hand in the air. And like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I really did feel bad.
Yeah. I think those tears was a combination of one, obviously his ankle is 90 degrees to the left. And just everything, like, holy fuck, I just potentially threw away so much money.
I don't think it was anything to do with money, to be honest.
I think it's just the combination of his brother dying, his mom passing away. I'm a bet on myself, and then it doesn't work out. And then the fact that his ankle's sideways. I think it's everything, and he's just super overwhelmed.
So, it's pretty much the exact same injury as Gordon Hayward. And, to an extent, Alex Smith.
Okay.
So, he's definitely not out of the woodwork. The surgery went super good. The doctor they have is, like, the best in the field, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, with going back, let's talk about the contract thing here for a second. He's only the 3rd quarterback in history to play on a franchise tag. That's how rare that shit is, right?
Really?
Yeah. Now, what I'm hearing from like a lot of experts is...
But we're experts.
Maybe they do get a deal done now because Dak's expectations aren't so high anymore. Jerry feels bad for not doing the deal. Mm-hmm. Jerry loves the guy.
Yeah.
Maybe they both negotiate on a lower number now. That's what real talk, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Yeah.
And like Dak last year finished as the 2nd best passer in the league.
Oh, dude,
this year
through 4 games,
he was the best passer in the league.
He put up the most yards ever through the first 4 games by a quarterback in history this season.
He had 1,690 yards to go with 9 touchdowns and 3 picks.
In 4 games. It's wild numbers.
We'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they do get a deal done now.
I don't know, dude.
Jerry
Jones is a shrewd motherfucker, bro.
Des Bryant came out saying, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, y'all better take care of this guy if he can't play again.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that was kind of cool from Des, though.
The one thing to me that bodes well is, like, obviously comparing it to Gordon Hayward. You're like, oh shit, like Gordon Hayward obviously not the same when he came back. The one thing though, the big difference between basketball and football, specifically playing quarterback, is NBA. You're jumping. You're jumping off that ankle and coming down on that ankle over and over and over again. Football, especially QB, not anywhere near the amount of pressure as playing basketball.
Yeah, but you got to worry about the infection. That's the thing.
Clearly, you're going to lose your leg like Alan Smith.
You know what I mean? So he had the top 3 passing games so far in the league this year, too. I don't know. Yeah, I feel for the guy, but
I think he'll be okay.
He's going to handle it very well.
And I think he'll be back. Someone will pick him up.
Cowboys have already said that he's the leader and he'll be back, so we'll see how it goes.
Also, Andy Dalton looked good in that one drive.
He's the best backup in the league, dog.
Yep. Tyrod Taylor begs to differ at this point.
Speaking of Alex Smith, so this week it was announced Dwayne Haskins was getting benched by the Washington Football Club, right?
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, he's a number 15 overall pick in the 2019 draft. This year had 939 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks through the first 4 games. So Rivera had enough of them.
Did you see the Rivera's comments?
I don't remember the comments.
He was saying that after it was announced that Dwayne Haskins was the starter, his off-the-field practice workload dropped significantly. He stopped basically participating in practice as hard, wasn't studying less film, basically kind of just took the role for granted.
Okay.
And he said that combined with the fact that he put him in a position a couple times to go for things. Like there was I think it was a play in the last game where it was 4th down. They had to go for it. And instead of throwing like an iffy thing where maybe you get a pick, he threw a check down that was like 10 yards short of where they needed to go.
Yep.
And Ron Rivera was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yes, the odds of you making that throw are very low, but you need to at least fucking try.
Right.
And I think for me, that's probably what pushed Ron over the edge. I agree with the benching, to be really honest with you. I think he's been playing like shit.
I'm not down with him on a starting NFL quarterback. But so Kyle Allen named starter. And then here's the fucked up part. Dwayne Haskins wasn't even Kyle Allen's backup. They put Alex Smith as Kyle Allen backup and Haskins behind him. So you essentially got benched by a guy whose leg looked like fucking barbecue brisket, son.
Mm-hmm. 6 months ago.
Remember we seen those pics?
Yeah, bro.
Guy fucking almost died. You lost your job to a guy who almost died.
But you lost your job to Terry Fox. That's literally what just happened.
And lo and behold, Allen gets knocked out. Who has to come in? Alex Smith. You know, 693 days since his last NFL game.
It was so dope to see him play.
17 surgeries later. And like we said, almost died. It was really good to see him, and boy, did he get fucked up.
Oh, dude, he got mangled.
6 sacks. He only had like 30 yards passing. Nice to see him. I think they got a field goal or something off one of his drives. So, but yo, like, just a real good feel-good story, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Talking about Claypool. Mm-hmm. This is another one of the weekend that was just good. Couldn't have scripted it any better. And like, even if he never plays again, which I don't know if that's going to happen or not, at least he could go out on his terms now.
100%.
You know? Yeah. Got to get a little game action and
is Kyle Allen,
seeing his kids out there clapping and shit. It was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Is Kyle Allen like out now? So is like Alex Smith going to start next week?
I think he's going to start next week.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This just randomly popped in my head. I don't know why. Kyle Allen made me think of that. What happened to Josh Rosen?
Oh yeah, he's on He's on a team. I just can't remember right now. Too high.
He was Arizona Cardinals. They drafted Kyler Murray, benched him. Even though he had a decent season. It wasn't spectacular, but it was decent.
I can't remember what team he's on right now. Google his ass. I can't remember off the top of my head, though, bro.
I'm just curious because I want to see him play. Like the kid was clearly like that good in college to go number 1.
Speaking of wanting seeing people play, okay, we got Burrow playing good, right?
Yeah.
He's getting fucking killed, but he's obviously a
Tampa Bay Buccaneers backup.
That's who it is. Okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
We got Herbert playing really good.
Yo, okay, I want to shout out Herbert because that kid is now like.
Oh, he's phenomenal, bro.
He's like, to a lot of people now, kind of jump Joe Burrow in terms of rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. Like he's playing out of his mind, dude.
Here's the thing too. So everyone knows how much Burrow's getting pressured and killed, right?
Yep.
Herbert is actually getting pressured and hurried more and is completing way more than Burrow is. And this is not a knock on Burrow by any means. This is just saying how great
Good
fucking
Herbert is.
Herbert's been.
Yeah.
So he's been pressured at a rate of 25.5% compared to 20% for Burrow. Has less pocket time, which is negligible. It's 1.8 seconds to 1.9. Burrow's taken a sack 22 times to Herbert's 9. And according to Pro Football Focus, Herbert leads the NFL in passing yards under pressure.
That's wild.
And this is without Pouncey, Trey Turner, Brian Bulaga on his offensive line.
I think there's also a number 2 wide receiver. I forget who it is
Keenan Allen was out last game. Yesterday he got hurt. But like Herbert's unreal. He had a fucking killer game in the Rose Bowl. Coming out of Oregon. But yeah, they got one. And like I remember when he played against Kansas City, he just found out like 5 seconds. Yo, kid, you're in.
Yeah.
Played so fucking good. And then after the game, Anthony Lynn's like, Tyrod Taylor's our quarterback. And I'm just like, yo, man. The week before, I think Tyrod Taylor had like 200 yards passing. Like very pedestrian numbers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
After seeing what this guy did against Pat Mahomes, and I'm just like, fuck, you're just going to be like, that's it? Like, so I don't know.
Dude, I don't think after this last week he threw for like 400 yards.
Herbert probably paid that doctor is what I'm saying.
Dude, I was saying that. Also, like, I don't
think...
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I don't think Tyrod gets his job back.
No fucking, not a chance. He's already said, no, it's already been said that he doesn't get his job back.
That's wild, dude.
But is it really wild?
No, it's wild, the scenario. The fact that his doctor
punctured
his lung and he's lost his job.
Well, that lawsuit's going to make him feel a whole lot better.
Oh, for sure it is.
And I remember saying, we said on the show here that, Tyrod's not mad at the doctor. That was like one of the comments they made. Bullshit.
You are now, for sure.
Bull fucking shit, he ain't mad. Oh, he ain't mad at the guy that stabbed him in the chest.
And ruined his career potentially?
And now that's his last job he's ever going to get in the NFL, let's be real. I think it was Cleveland's backup last year. But like,
I don't know.
Regardless, it's Justin Herbert era now.
Yeah, it is. It's over. Which sucks.
But sorry, that's getting all the like. I think Fitzmagic. Okay, cool. But let's get Tua in there.
I'm of the opinion too that
you're not making the fucking playoffs. You're not really threatening nobody.
There's remember we were talking about the beginning of the season. There's a point where Miami's schedule gets really easy, and I think it's
put him in there. Fuck you gotta. You have to learn on the job in the NFL.
Okay, this week they play the Jets. Put them in. They play the Jets, then they play the Rams, then they play the Cards, then they play the Chargers, then they play the Broncos, then they play the Jets. Bro, put Tua in for this week. Then they play the Bengals. Yo, dude, this next stretch is perfect.
Yeah, they need to put him in. Let's see what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because what, they're 2-3? Yeah, they're 2-3. For sure, put them in.
But they probably won't though. So
maybe they wait till after the Rams, because then you got Cards, Chargers, Broncos, Jets, Bengals.
NFL considering postseason bubble in LA and Dallas.
I didn't see that.
So
it's probably a good idea, man. Especially after the whole Tennessee thing, like.
Well, and the Cam thing just seems to be getting a little bit more slippery and slippery as we go. Right?
Yo, I heard a thing, and I think this is like 100% accurate. Cam definitely caught COVID from like a side bitch. Nobody else on the Patriots roster, not one other player caught COVID apart from Cam. You better believe he was nailing some Boston chick.
Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Some disgusting ass Irish girl.
Fuck all the way in Boston or New England, man. What else are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just cold.
I ain't hating on Cam. Yo, after Robert Kraft, you think they give a fuck if Cam hitting the dog?
No, not a chance.
Robert out there getting crafty, son. And yo, he's getting let off, eh? Obviously.
Fuck yeah, of course
we knew this.
Yeah, for sure he
is,
is, man.
Officially he's getting let off. So, yeah. Good on.
It's not like he's
keep going to those.
Not like he was purposely
air quotes, massage parties.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He's not like he was endorsing. Hey, let's bring people in and what is it? It's like sex slavery, sex trafficking.
Right here,
that's
man.
what they tried to charge him on, right? Like sex traffic. Not he
child
like
trafficking. No.
He like aided
lying and shit now.
He like aided and abetted. Basically, like said that he's making the sex trade, sex slavery possible by by participating in this, which is bullshit. Because he's not like, yo, he's just
Probably
he's just trying to get wanked off, bro.
You think he gives a fuck?
He's just trying to get wanked off. Leave the man alone.
Oh no, I'm an advocate.
Mm-hmm. You want to talk UFC quickly?
Oh, yo, that knockout,
dude. Absolutely wild, bro.
I don't want to fuck this guy, Joaquin Buckley.
So sick. Okay, have you heard everyone saying though that this is like arguably the greatest knockout of all time?
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that.
Slow the fuck down. Yes, unbelievable knockout, but
one of them for sure.
Slow the fuck down.
I need to. I can't even remember. I know Silva's front kick's one of them.
Silva's front kick for sure.
Whose wheel kick? Someone. Fuck.
Anderson
I've
Silva.
Seen some devastating
I think it was Crow
man.
Cop had a wheel kick knockout. I also think Conor McGregor's one punch knockout of Jose Aldo. I also think.
I think this was a better knockout than that.
I also think.
Grabbing the foot and then you spin and man.
And then Jorge Masvidal's flying knee.
Everyone's putting those graphics behind it now and shit too. It just looks
dude,
so
hilarious,
dope, bro.
The one thing though is like, yes, okay, in terms of like craziness, it's right up there with like Anthony Pettis jumping off the cage, doing spinning kick and like wild shit.
Benson Henderson did that shit too, running up on the cage and
so
kicked him,
wild,
right? It's up there for sure with that, for sure. Dana White after was like, we gotta give this guy $200,000. When the fuck does Dana ever want to part with any money? That's how good that shit was.
In terms of like ability, for sure, but it's also on a prelim card against some dude who's unranked. Like, it's not the greatest knockout of all time. It's super sick, and it was fucking dope. Also,
it's in the conversation for sure.
Also, did you see the Corey Sandhagen knockout, basically, of Marlon Moraes?
Yeah.
Bro, he put him down. I think Marlon Moraes' career is over. He got put
so
down,
big
bro.
For that division.
Ooh,
that long and lanky, like
he's like
Moraes has power for sure, but
he's like
Sandhagen's.
He's like the Israel Adesanya of that division. He's just so big and so long. Like Izzy had an 8-inch reach advantage against Costa, like wild.
So it's gonna be Sterling, Peter Yan, and then he fights the winner. Yeah, is that what's going on?
That makes me excited. That's a sick little.
bunch of fights. I would take Sterling over Sandhagen again.
I think Funkmaster Aljamain Sterling is gonna be champ. I think he's so nasty.
I'm gonna say Peter Yan beats Sterling.
Really?
You heard it here first.
You want to put money on it?
Fuck yeah.
Let's put $20 on it. Yeah, I think Funkmaster takes it up. I think he beats the shit out of him.
It's hard to bet against those Russians, man.
I know, bro, but yes, the Funkmaster, dog.
No, I love him. I'm one of his biggest fans, but I just think Yan gets it done.
I think. Did you see that it was like a 30-second Kimura or RNC that like Sterling landed? I think he's so good on the ground. I think he just grabs him and just does whatever he wants to him.
Yeah, that Sandhagen fight was over quick, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Peter Yan's obviously. I think his striking is definitely better than.
Yeah, but Sterling's gonna go in there and try and get him down. Obviously.
Yeah, dude. I don't think he's gonna take damage, but Sterling's good enough on the feet to be smart about it, and I think it's over real quick. Well, maybe not real quick, but maybe like a second round.
When is that? Aljamain and Peter Yan.
I don't think they've announced it. Because the Peter Yan fight was... it was a while ago, actually. I wonder if they've announced it, because I haven't seen anything. But you would think, like, it's coming up soon. Peter Yan versus...
who else is on that Gaethje Khabib card?
Some poo.
Oh, weird.
Apparently it's going to happen in the new year for the Aljamain Sterling fight. UFC 255, I think it is, right? Or maybe it's 254.
I don't know.
It's 254. I think the entire card is pretty poo. Oh, the only other good fight that's on it is the Robert Whittaker, Jared Cannonier fight.
Oh yeah,
they're just sick.
That's gonna be really good.
Yeah, really good fight. Alexander Volkov versus Walt Harris.
Hey, do we have money on the Khabib fight, right?
Yeah, I said Khabib's gonna win. You said Mr. Gaethje's gonna take it.
Right after I say it's hard to bet against the Russians, and I bet against them.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, I'm really excited for the fight. This weekend, there's Korean Zombie versus Brian TC Ortega.
Oh, that's so... when that fights have bad intentions like this, I love that shit. When it's personal, bro.
This fight's going to be really, really good. Who do you got on it?
Yo, I think Korean Zombie can pull it out, son. Ortega's so tough, but I think Korean Zombie pulls it out.
This is one where, like, I'm so torn. Because like Green Zombie's such just a monster in a tank, but like Brian's so good on the ground, bro. So good, and he's got such a good chin.
Pick one, fool.
Yeah, I want to say Brian, but my gut's telling me Zombie.
That fight's gonna be fucking.
Yeah,
really
either way,
good,
that's
man.
I'm not betting on the fight. So I have no idea.
Really
I'm really excited for that fight too. There's some good fights coming up for sure.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, we didn't fucking get to it. We never talked about Trump getting the Rona and him fucking at the debate. Like, that was a rough week right there, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
We never brought that up last week, so.
Some funny shit.
So he gets the Rona, goes to the hospital right quick on the helicopter, right?
Yep.
Gets that fucking antibody treatment, Regeneron, it's called. Plus the steroids and all this other shit. Was on the ventilator. Doesn't want to admit it though, right? You know? So obviously he's 74 and obese. Mm-hmm. Worst demographic to get this.
Yeah, this should kill him.
You know what
but
I
it's
mean?
not going to.
Yeah. And we said, like, I knew he's just like, if he beats it, he's gonna come out like, fuck
dude,
COVID.
He's gonna be like, COVID was a bitch. It was nothing, bro. I'm murked that shit. Open back up.
So,
dude, and realistically, real talk, if he does that, there's a lot of people that are gonna vote for him just to end lockdown.
Yeah, but it's not his jurisdiction to do the lockdown. It's every state.
It don't matter because people are gonna believe it.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that people would believe it because they're idiots.
100%.
Yeah, that's not how it works, unfortunately.
Trump's gonna end lockdown.
So, remember, I'm pretty sure he didn't inject any bleach, like he said.
It's Clorox, right? But he just
you
chugging
know?
it.
Or I'm pretty sure he didn't take any hydroxychloroquine, like he was.
Buddy, that's what cured it. He's gonna come out with a bottle of Clorox and just put it on the stand.
So, always clowning Biden for wearing a mask. He made the White House staff not wear it, which is kind of fucked up. You have these guys that are like generational workers whose parents and grandparents and great-grandparents have worked. Like, that's how you get those jobs, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't want them to do it because he thought it made him look weak, right?
Yeah, that's a little foul. Hey, I have corona, but don't wear a mask. You can still come around me. You're
You know
going to come around
well,
me.
As soon as he went to the hospital, the next day, they were all wearing masks in there, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now they're saying that he didn't have to wear a mask because they were doing these daily coronavirus tests. But it's fucked up because it doesn't account for, I guess it doesn't account for you, like, asymptomatic. I guess that's what it is. When
so it doesn't, if you're asymptomatic, doesn't register.
Yeah, so the testing doesn't really matter if it's not picking that up, right? Obviously,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
So while in the hospital too, he decides to be like, "Oh, I want to fucking go for a car ride and wave to everybody outside."
This was the weirdest shit I ever seen in my life.
Right? So, and I hear this argument that people are like, "Well, the Secret Service are trained to take a bullet for Donald Trump." Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, they're trained to expect attacks from other people against the president.
Not an attack from the president on
From
you.
the president. All because he wants to fucking wave to people,
Yeah.
bro. You're literally... No, chances of these guys getting sick and dying, very small. But you're doing it for no reason. Why? Because you're fucking ego, right? You know what I'm saying? And then also, before this, he was doing these... I don't know if you've seen the videos that he was releasing while he was in the hospital.
No, I didn't see them all.
Super disheveled. Kid. This fucking guy. So he stages this one area where he's like behind the desk with these papers, right?
Did he just have random papers?
They fucking zoomed in on the paper, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking blank.
Yeah, 100% they were, dude.
This is him, bro. I want a car ride. I want a piece of paper. You know, and he's just standing there. I think maybe he had just signed it, but that was it. It was like nothing.
It's just his signature at the bottom of a blank piece of paper.
So sad, bro.
It's so funny.
So I guess he goes home now. The cost of this treatment, he comes home and he's like, don't, what do you say? Don't let coronavirus dominate you. Don't let it destroy your life or whatever he was saying, right?
Yeah.
And it's very easy for him to say this when the treatment he got, fewer than 10 people in the world have seen this treatment, bro. Mm-hmm. Over $100,000 US.
Yeah, easy. Light work.
But don't let COVID dominate you.
Yeah,
when
you
I can have a
pussy.
team
What
of
are you talking
doctors at my house staying with me
Dude, it was like
around the
clock. What are you
clock.
talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't need those doctors, bro. I didn't need to be on that
Yeah.
ventilator. I didn't need that team. What
Yo,
are you talking
this
about?
is-
You
this
can do
is
it
so
without it, no
fun.
problem.
Okay, I wish this was a fucking. Oh, another thing, his doctors being super shady. They were kind of like not telling the truth.
Like
right?
what way?
First of all, there was like conflicting reports when he actually first got it because he held events after. So
he
it was like
out of it, right?
Hope Hicks was the first one in his cabinet to get it.
You think he banging Hope hips?
Hope Hicks, I don't even know how the fuck she's qualified for the job, but whatever.
Bet she's
I
banging
think she's
Hope
like
Hicks.
Ivanka's friend,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Yo, you want a job? Come
Yeah.
get a job."
That's what I mean. She's probably banging her.
Whatever, sure, I wouldn't even doubt it. So
Imagine
she
just
gets
his
it.
hair
I think
bouncing up and
she
down
gets
as
it
he's
on
laying, laying pipe.
early in the week. She got it, whatever, right? She was the first
Yeah.
one to get it. They always hang out, I think, on the daily. So there was conflicting reports when he got it because he held a rally the next day. So
He was in Illinois or something.
yeah, I can't remember
Somewhere
what
in the
state he was
Midwest.
in, but and then he says when he gets back to, he refuses to say that he tests negative, but he's like, I'm immune. And then like, well, did you test negative? He's
I
like,
got Clorox in my veins.
I can
Don't
tell
worry
you
about
right
it.
now, I'm on the very low end, he says. Like, okay, because you're a doctor.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
So this happens. Oh, and this is, okay, I can't even fucking make this up. This guy wanted to leave the hospital and have a Superman shirt under his dress shirt. I'm not, I wish I was lying, bro. I'm not.
You're dead
And
ass?
he wanted to fucking do the Superman. Like, come out looking all weak and shit.
Haggard and then be like, yeah, no,
And
not
then,
a chance, bro.
Obviously, people stopped him. But, like, the fact that you, like, this is what you want to do,
That's so funny.
you know, so.
You should have done it, dude.
And this comes after the fucking brutal debate that he came off of. Where
Yeah, it
he
wasn't
was
even
cutting everybody off.
It wasn't even a debate, man. It was some I forget who it was. I think it was like it wasn't even a CNN or a Fox anchor or somebody else who was like, that was the biggest. Like it was like that was the biggest.
It was a shit show.
Trash can dumpster fire of a shit show of a debate I have ever seen in my life.
It was so brutal. Wouldn't let the moderator finish.
No.
Wouldn't let Biden finish.
Nope.
Saying all this ridiculous shit
Would
because
you
that's what he
shut
does.
up, man?
yeah. Like Biden's totally like losing it.
Oh, dude, it was hilarious.
A real talk, I thought Biden did better than I thought he was gonna do.
Yep.
I don't know if you caught the VP debate.
I caught the fly on Mike Pence's head.
yeah. She actually, I thought, did a real good job of what Biden couldn't pull off in this debate. She did in that debate where she was like clear, concise, had answers for everything. So I think that part was good.
Realistically, Pence and Kamala are the two that should be running. The vice presidential debate was way more presidential than the actual presidential debate.
Here's my thing too, though, with Pence. Every question that they asked him, bro, never answered it.
But that's typical politician.
Every question, bro.
That's politician
I'm saying?
shit, bro.
So, okay. So getting back to the presidential debate,
Yeah.
one of the most notable moments, obviously, is when moderator Chris Wallace of Fox News asked Trump if he was willing to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and tell him to stand down in places like Kenosha, Wisconsin, and Portland, Oregon.
Dude, I can't even.
And he says,
This
he
guy,
said,
man.
sure, I'm willing to do that. But I would say almost everything I see is from the left, not from the right. And Wallace says, what are you saying? Trump's like, I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace. Well, then do it, sir, Wallace says. Biden chirps in, say it, do it. And Trump's like, what do you want me to call them? Give me a name. Go ahead. Who would you like me to condemn? And they're like, condemn white supremacists and right-wing militias. Biden chirps up, condemn the Proud Boys. And he's like, Proud Boys? Stand back and stand by. Son,
Stand by, bro.
are you fucking kidding me right now? And like, those guys took that shit to heart. Like,
What do you
on
mean?
their website. As soon as that shit, he said that, on their fucking website. And on their logo. Stand back, stand by. All these guys were on their, I think Telegram is the encrypted fucking shit, right?
Yeah.
thank you, sir. We're ready here. We're here, standing by on your call.
Ready for
like,
your
all
orders.
these guys, bro. And I'm just like,
God, dude. That's so hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then Trump also goes on to say, but I'll tell you what, somebody has to do something about this Antifa and the left, because it's not a right-wing problem, it's a left-wing problem. It's just like, okay, federal law enforcement have repeatedly cited white supremacist violence as the top terror threat to the U.S. Not fucking Black Lives Matter. Not the protests. White fucking supremacists.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And this guy panders to them. Obviously, we've seen this with the Charlottesville, very fine people on both sides.
Yep.
When you're there with tiki torches and shit, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we're not surprised. But actually, one thing I was surprised about after that, the next day, there was actually some Republican senators came out and spoke against Trump, which is very rare.
But it is very rare. But when your candidate doesn't condone white supremacy,
100%.
in a debate,
and it's like, I think it was Schultz that says, no matter how many times you're asked that question, you have to
answer
condemn it every
single
fucking
time.
And it's true. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, Tim Scott, South Carolina Republican senator, who is black, which being a black Republican senator right now, it's got to be rough.
That ain't
probably don't have many friends right now,
that ain't
bro.
a fun gig at all.
So he said if he doesn't correct it, I guess he didn't misspeak. Mitch McConnell said he said it was unacceptable not to condemn white supremacists, and so I do so in the strongest way possible. And the next day, on Wednesday, Trump claims that he's unfamiliar with the Proud Boys, and he says whoever they are, they need to stand down. So all this did was for Biden.
You were the president of the United States and you don't know who the Proud Boys are?
He knows, but that's him backpedaling.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. Like, even saying that you don't know is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, because you should know who they are. Right, 100%. So following that, on late Tuesday, Biden broke the contribution record in a 1 hour time frame. 4 million he got in 1 hour. So this is on top of a record-breaking August where he raised 364 million. Previous record was Obama, 193 million.
364
in the month of August. So this is how you see the people are starting to speak. And whether it's Trump pandering to white supremacists or having no empathy, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, pause though. To play a little bit of devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that the Democratic left, typically that's everyone in California, that's everyone in big tech, there's more money there anyways? So realistically, if they have more money to donate. So the guys in big tech, they donate. They could have been donating
for a long time to anybody for a long time. They've
been
having money for a long time.
I understand that, but like, maybe it's not necessarily that the people are starting to speak. Maybe it's that there's just bigger donors on the left.
Well, whatever, the money's being spent, so they're speaking that way. You know what I'm saying? And now here's another thing too.
It's a little iffy to say that like it's for sure everyone in the country is speaking. Like the people, as in everyone in the country, has made their decision.
Well, not everybody, but people that are for the Democrats are putting their money where their mouth is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this just proves it, right? So, what was I gonna say?
Sorry.
That's all right. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah. Anyways, so I don't know. Oh yeah, here it was too. There's the seats in the Senate now. I can't remember every state that's up for grab now, but there's a lot of Maine with Susan Collins. Democrats don't need many seats to flip the Senate, right? I think it's not many.
It's close.
So with this whole, do you know who Amy Barrett is? The Supreme Court.
Oh, that's the one that Trump is trying to push through,
conservatives
right?
trying to push through, right?
Yeah.
So with Ruth Bader Ginsburg dying, she was the last old lady that died. This is why her seat's open.
Yeah.
This is another reason why a lot of people are saying that Trump not only has a good chance of losing the presidency, he's going to do such a bad job that he will hand control of the Senate to the Democrats too. So they'll control the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
That's wild.
And the way things are going, I wouldn't be shocked, man. Honestly, like I've always said Trump's gonna win. I don't know anymore. Like with this money coming in, and I know Trump's not raising nearly as much. He has a lot of money, but you can see him. Almost these guys are just kind of hanging on. Lindsey Graham, who is South Carolina Republican, he's going against a black guy. I don't remember his name right now. And like I seen him on TV begging for money, bro. And this guy's like a 3-term senator.
What do you mean begging for money?
For fundraising. Like his opponent was out fundraising him by so much. This guy was on, I think it was like Fox News, saying, these guys are killing me in fundraising because they don't like me. And it's like, I'm watching this and it's just like, this is sad. This guy's literally hanging on.
But that's how politics work. Like,
nah, this was different, bro.
No. But if people don't like you can't go on there and say people don't like me. Well, then do a better job.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're a 3-term senator. He thought he had it in the bag.
Yeah,
but this is what I'm saying.
Don't go on national news and say people don't like me. Yeah, that's your fucking problem.
Exactly. It's your fault. First of all,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think I'm really starting to lean that way. That with the coronavirus handling of that, the Black Lives Matter. It's just, I think he fucks it up so much that he might just give everything back to the Democrats, and that's going to be the ultimate fuck up.
Yeah,
like according for their party.
For sure, for Republicans wise. I'm not sure who's going to win. I do think that if Trump wins, the amount of civil unrest that's going to happen is.
Well, he's already said he won't accept the results, right?
Yeah, of course not. But the amount of civil unrest that'll happen if he wins is going to be. Like, you thought the George Floyd protests and the BLM protests were scary and were more than they should have been, or whatever it is, all the looting and rioting, like, it's going to get so much worse. So the Democrats, in a way, kind of need to win, because even though, obviously, like, I'm not a fan of Joe Biden, after the VP debate,
me neither, for sure.
After the VP debate, I'm starting to like Kamala Harris a lot more than I thought I did. She seems like a really
super well educated,
well-rounded. She seems very well-rounded.
Oh, she is though. Her background, her education is top notch.
Yeah, and also being a cop, being on the front line, being a prosecutor, like she's
a DA.
Yeah, she seems very capable, and that's something that I haven't seen from anyone. But I think the Democrats need to win, just to prevent a lot more damage from happening.
So I came across this. There's more recorded cases of COVID in the White House than in New Zealand, Taiwan, and Vietnam combined, and they have 124 million people.
In the White House?
Yeah, bro. You fucking kidding me right now, son?
Oh, dude. Oh, did you see that the World Health Organization came out and said that lockdown was a bad idea?
No, I didn't see. How come?
They released a statement, I think it was yesterday, or it might have even been today, actually. And they said that when we issued lockdown at the very beginning, we recommended lockdown at the very beginning. That was only supposed to be for like 2-3 weeks.
Okay. It
wasn't supposed to be a contained thing. But you guys took it and ran with it. We never supported having lockdown this long. We don't think it's a good idea. We think that they said that the ramifications in terms of loss of life in the way of suicide, mental health problems, depression, far outweigh any risks associated with COVID, and they completely disagree with the lockdown procedures that are in place. Which, for the WHO to come out and say that, is a big deal.
Now, you think states are in Canada? Do you think they're gonna listen to that and be like, we're not gonna lock people down?
I think that allows.
Like, it's already back happening. Lockdown in Europe, isn't it?
No, Europe's pretty much open.
No. They're locking that shit down, son.
Really?
Yeah, bro. There's spots in Europe that are re-locking down, 100%.
I thought the exact opposite. I think everyone was opened back up.
No. There's some spots in Europe. I believe Spain is one of them, if I'm not mistaken.
But did they not do any lockdown at the beginning?
No, they did, but they're doing it again right now. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if anyone else is like gearing up for this lockdown again, but I know they are.
I know over in Asia, they're everything's done. They're like back to.
Yo, I've seen a club
everything's
in
fully
Wuhan
back open.
Bumping.
Yeah, everything's back open again.
Bumping, son.
Japan, Korea, China, everywhere. At least on that side of the world. But they also, like, you weren't allowed to leave your house legitimately for like a month. They like full lockdown. Fuck, what was I gonna say?
lockdown, Corona.
Oh, right.
WHO.
I think that both the Democrats and Republicans can use this to their advantage. Obviously, the month before election, the couple months leading up, it's dream selling season. Everyone's going to say whatever they can to get votes.
Yo, what is the date? Anyways, it's like, right, what is it, 3 weeks till the election?
It's, right at the beginning of November.
And then they're going to do another debate, right? One more, I think?
The plan. They said Skype, and then Donald Trump was like, I'm not doing one on Skype. It's like, bro, you're doing a debate.
Yeah.
But I think both parties can now kind of run with this. Like, hey, the World Health Organization said it's safe. If you vote me, I'm going to remove lockdown. It's not going to happen again. So,
that's their plan. That's what they're doing already anyways. Like, that's the angle, right?
But now before it was kind of unsaid. Obviously, Trump was very vocal about it. But on the Democratic side, now it actually gives them like a reason and precedent to like, hey, we actually can do this. So I think that was the one area where I thought Trump was going to have an advantage because he can say, I will end lockdown, even though he probably couldn't. But now that the Democrats can say they're going to end it with support from the WHO, I think it removes, like, because I've been saying the whole entire time, Trump getting corona, he's going to come back, he's going to say, oh, it was nothing, I'm going to remove lockdown. And I was like, he's going to come back and he's probably going to win off that because there's tons of people who are undecided that have businesses that just want lockdown to end. And now if the Democrats can run that same thing, what's the reason to vote for Trump?
Yeah, well, he's like, he used to economy like this, right? Best economy is nothing now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I seen him say, oh, fucking 10 million new jobs. Yeah, dude, you're down 30 million. So 10 million, you're still negative 20, bro.
Yeah, you fucking moron.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's how he always spends it to win his favor. Like,
he's a winner.
So yeah, I don't know. I really think he fucked this up royally, right, in the end.
I think for me, I was still thinking that Trump was going to win, just based off the ending lockdown. But with that World Health Organization announcement, I think, for me at least, I was just thinking about it today. I think I'm more on your side now, where I think the Democrats are going to win. Obviously, I want them to win, but
and honestly,
I didn't think they were going to.
I think people want someone with compassion and empathy.
Empathy is the big word for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone knows politicians are going to fuck them. We know this.
Yep. Just fuck me nicely.
But at least if you don't care, at least pretend you care, bro. At least
or give me something. Give me some sort of carrot.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
And you're not even willing to do this for your people. Like, you wouldn't even give them a second round of money, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you think you would have passed whatever to make yourself look good right before the election.
Dude, if I was Trump, I'd be like, y'all getting $10,000.
Yeah.
Just say something, right? But
I don't know. And just to backtrack here, we were talking about that Lindsey Graham. The guy he's running against is Jamie Harrison for South Carolina. I just wanted to put that in there. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a fucking interesting next 3 weeks.
I hope they do Zoom. I think the Zoom debate would be so hilarious.
Bill Burr was on Saturday Night Live.
He got in trouble. Apparently his
monologue
was off the rails.
It wasn't even that bad.
It's typical Bill Burr. It's not like, dude, have you heard his Monday morning podcasts?
No, I stopped listening.
Dude, they're way worse than anything he said on SNL. For a while. Way worse.
Yeah.
And he's getting in shit for this?
So, I heard the first week was pretty funny too. Chris Rock or something.
Yes.
But this is like their peak time for election. They do good in the election time.
Well, they do.
But, yeah, all right. Anything else you want to get to?
You want it to end on a video.
Oh, fuck, you're good.
I got you, baby. Let's go.
Wow, totally forgot about that shit.
I want to check the time on the camera, though. Yo, we have 1 minute left. We got to end it. Legit 1 minute. We have to end it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's gonna come.
Fuck.
See you next week. Gotta go.
Ciao.
Bye.